Dear participant, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nassim Ullman. I'm the chief of the Green Economy and Blue Economy section at the Technology, Climate Change and Natural Resource Management Division of the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa. Dear participant, like the rest of the world, the continent is facing an unprecedented multidimensional crisis with strong health and socio-economic repercussions. This crisis comes on the top of the challenge of climate change consequences, which is hitting our continent hard, particularly through the increase in extreme weather events. Times of crisis also represent opportunities to initiate profound changes to better build the future, particularly towards more human-centered societies with economies based on greener and more inclusive growth, in order to achieve the aspirations of the Africa we want and the objectives of the 2063 and the 2030 agendas. In order to be part of this trajectory, sound macroeconomic policies are essential to foster growth and achieve development goals, including poverty reduction. And in addition, growth is important to create room for new investment opportunities in green economy. However, macroeconomic stability or economic growth are not ends in themselves. Policies must therefore be judged on their ultimate success in leading societies to achieve desired outcomes such as social inclusion, poverty reduction, and human development. Agenda 2063 sets out desirable macroeconomic policy outcomes in the Africa context. Among other imperatives, that agenda underlines the need for structurally transformed economies to create shared growth, decent jobs, economic opportunities for all. Agenda 2063 also underlines the need for Africa's unique natural endowments, its environment, and ecosystems to remain healthy, valued, and protected. This also applies to climate resilient economies and communities. These outcomes bode well for the goals of an inclusive green economy, which seeks to reconcile economic, social, and environmental objectives to ensure a sustainable transformation and development path. The inherent features of an inclusive green economy can influence the macroeconomic policies of a country to adequately cater to environmental and social policy objectives. Thus, the two are mutually reinforcing. To resolve trade-offs between stability and development objectives, macroeconomic policies should be integrated into a long-term development strategy embodying environmental objectives. These facilitate the transformation of economic and social structures with a view to ensuring the positive feedback loop in the investment growth nexus and to engendering inclusive green growth. Dear participants, fiscal policy, being the main tool for raising public revenue and making public expenditure disbursements, is a relevant policy tool for mobilizing resources that can advance investments in the green economy. For example, green fiscal reforms contribute to revenues in addition to creating fiscal space that promotes public investment in the green economy and social expenditure that benefits the poor. Furthermore, productivity and employment can be enhanced through the allocation of capital and other fiscal resources to priority sectors with the greatest potential for green transformation, value addition, higher forward and backward linkages, and job creation. The conduct of monetary policy can also have a direct impact on a key constraint on the transition to a green economy: finance through access to resources. The right balance is needed to control inflation and money supply while allowing space for green economy financing, taking into account that the inflation target should be appropriate to the development of a given country. Moreover, credit and financial services can play an instrumental role in allowing enterprises, including small and medium-sized and informal enterprises, to acquire and accumulate resources to finance the transition. Thus, macroeconomic reforms provide an enabling environment that is needed to encourage and stimulate behavioral change and the implementation of actions that promote sustainable production and consumption and facilitate the development of an inclusive green economy. In this period of COVID-19 crisis, where very strong budgetary constraints are added to the public decision-making processes, the relevance of this course is reinforced. The objectives of this course are, among others, to grasp and understand the key concepts of the green and inclusive economy paradigm in macroeconomic frameworks, the implications of macroeconomic frameworks on development outcomes in Africa, monetary policy and inclusive green economy, fiscal policy and the inclusive green economy, and challenges and opportunities in implementing macroeconomic policy reforms for a green and inclusive economy in this time of COVID and the need for building forward better. Dear participants, we wish you a fruitful course with rich discussions and debates. Thank you very much.